现在请双方球员停止赛前练习。 再次提醒双方球员停止赛前练习，我们的比赛马上就要开始。欢迎大家来到基隆市立体育馆，一起来参加 P.LEAGUE 2023-24赛季的季前热身赛。我是今天的主持人杨振磊，非常开心看到所有的球迷朋友回到篮球场，也就是象征我们的篮球季呢即将要正式开始了。今天非常开心看到这么多人一起来。去年我们在高雄举办。 那当然呢，高雄一期直播钢铁人今年要把南部的阳光带到雨都基隆，相信这几天在球场上面的热力，大家都已经感受到了。我们希望。
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth, to the 5 p.m. matchup here in the P.LEAGUE preseason, taking place at Geelong Gymnasium in the Northeast Harbor City. The second game today is the Formosa Dreamers against the new Taipei Kings. We're going to throw it over to Aaron Yang Zhenlei, the MC of the event.
Number 13, 表13号曼尼高 Kenny Manigo. Number 14, 14号林金宝。背号15号 Number 15, Quincy Davis 戴维斯。Number 20, 背号20号翟正浩。 接下来为大家介绍新美国王先发5人名单，然后 the starting lineup of New Taipei Kings. Number 3, 3号陈俊南。Number 7, 背号7号林书豪。 Number 9, 9号李凯燕。背号16号 Number 16, 米歇尔 Tony Mitchell。Number 17, 17号苏世轩。总教练 Head Coach Ryan Machon， 助理教练 Mark 林振宇，总经理毛家恩。接下来为您介绍福尔摩沙梦想家球员登录名单。背号0号 Number 0陈正杰。Number 3 3号吴家俊。Number 10 10号丁冠浩。Number 18 18号杨胜燕。背号24号 Number 24 新沃克 Randall Walker。 Number 30 30号吴松蔚。42号 Number 42布伊德 Julian Boy。Number 88 88号周博成。接着为大家介绍梦想家先发5人名单。背号5号 Number 5 Chris McCullough。Number 6 George Bensanishvili 费扎尼舍维利。Number 11 11号林俊杰。Number 23 23号钱肯尼 Dennis Chen。28号 Number 28卢冠良。
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
总教练 Head Coach Adam James Perlman。助理教练赖柏林、陈诗念、蔡明达，总经理韩俊凯。现在请双方进行最后热身。
So there are the player introductions. And something that you guys don't know, but I got to see, funny enough, for this preseason game, number 3 Chen now will be the listed captain. But Jeremy Lin is in the starting lineup for the Kings. Last year, a member of the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers, and the story being, of course, helping that team to the brink of the Plus League playoffs, but they're edged out by these very Dreamers. And these two teams, the Kings and the Dreamers, was actually the first round matchup. The Kings, the number 1 seed overall in the season, prevailing in 4 games. Sending the Dreamers home. Well, Jeremy is joining a team that is very strong. And of course, the interesting thing that we won't get to see today is how he'll play with his brother Joseph, or maybe we should say how Joseph will play with a new guy. He was an MVP candidate last season, the award going to Yang Jiming, who was not registered with the Kings yet. Contract situation uncertain. Once again, it is Xiaohu Hu Junqi and Cai Bao Cai Jingjing on the Mandarin broadcast. 球迷朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，要听小胡跟秦景的中文讲评，当然就按到官方的中文直播。但谢谢你的收看，记得我们的转播都要按赞。Well, the new Taipei Kings, kind of like the Kaohsiung Steelers, saw a lot of turnover on their roster. Underneath the green, thank you, that's players who departed. Their new additions includes Ling Suhao, Tank Wang Bozi, who was his teammate, the Steelers, and they drafted Su Peikai, a kind of combo guard. The imports, they have back Byron Mullins and Kenny Manigault, but we'll get to see some of their new guys in a lot of action today, but maybe not so new, as that does include Tony Michel, who used to be a Taipei Football back in the 18-19 season. That also includes Billy Preston and Hayden Blankley, formerly of the Bay Area Dragons. There's Byron Mullins, not in a game day outfit, in casual clothes. His good friend Kenny Manigault, though, getting warmed up for the game. Those two were quite the dynamic duo. Of course, off the court, a belly of laughs. The story of the new Taipei Kings down the stretch, though, they only had 2 imports available, as they could not get the paperwork in time for a third to replace Austin. So this time they're coming way more prepared, and by necessity too, as the new Taipei Kings during the offseason were the latest addition to the East Asia Super League competition, taking the place of the Bay Area Dragons. That's one of their noteworthy off-season headlines. That announcement was made back on September 5th, so not a ton of time to get things prepped to go. Their particular East Asia Super League schedule starts in a few weeks. The Braves get going October 18th at the NTU Gymnasium. Now in the Plus League, we do not have Asian imports, so if Hayden Blankley would to play in the regular season and the playoffs, he would have to be listed as an import player, or as some basketball fans across Asia would say, as a world import. Not quite that hot in here, but Suhal will be working up to a good sweat as we get in the start. Up against them, yesterday taking the victory against the Lioneers was the Formosa Dreamers, led by a new coach, Jamie Perlman from Australia, drawing on the strategy board. On their side, a lot shorter of a roster turnover. Jeff Woo Yong-sun signed as a free agent with the Taipei Fulham Braves. He's just returning from national team action. And they drafted wing Ding Guan Hao out of Jinsing Technical University. You might see him in action for the first time in news, as he wasn't registered in yesterday's active roster. In New Jersey for the first time, it's going to be the Kings of Black jersey set. Tong Yue will be the crew chief of this game's officiating staff. Haven't seen any new officials quite yet. So it's McCullough and Georgie B, Kenny Chen, Aji Lin Junji, and Ryan Lu Guanliang. Same starting five as yesterday for the Dreamers. Chen Junan, Michelle, Su Sixuan, Big Sushi, Jeremy, and Kyle Li Kayan. The starting five for the Kings. We're ready to go, and the opening tip won by the Dreamers. They're wearing, instead of black and green, they're wearing their white and green jersey. New C-Town set. Leaving Achi open on the left side. That's his preferred side, and Kenny will scoop up with the offensive board. Guanliang didn't play that much in yesterday's game, getting another start. McCullough right to 28. His shot is short. There's Jeremy with his first stat as a King. Little defensive rebound. Playing off ball as Li Kayan lost his footing for a moment there. Guarded by Kenny Chen. Same Dreamer strategy as last year against the Steelers. Jeremy around the world. The Big Sushi lost the handle. Got his eyes off of it. Li Kayan leaves himself open and knocks down the three. Achi flying around as the Dreamers swing it. McCullough matched up. I got used to these new numbers. Tony Michelle is 16, closing out on McCullough, who leaves a shot short. Last year, Jeremy came on the scene in February. As he stepped through, there is a foul. Couldn't quite get it in, trying to argue for a goaltending. With the Steelers, Jeremy 37 minutes per game, which is quite a heavy load. He gets Achi to foul there. Might have a case as the defender hit the backboard. That's McCullough. 26 points, 8.5 rebounds, almost 9 assists per game. I think everybody else is thankful that he only joined when he did. Otherwise, one, the Steelers could have made the playoffs, kicking out either the Pilots or the Dreamers, or two, would have been in the conversation for MVP or other such awards, needing to reach 2/3 of the season. If you ask me, that's a pretty clear goaltending. Kings were right on top of it as looking toward the bench. It is actually veteran guard Hongzi-san Venti talking in the on the sideline with the players. So they won't count the basket. Must have said there's enough time elapsed. Off for number 7. He makes his first point at the line. But not the second. So Georgie B will bring it up for the Dreamers. Gonna keep practicing the Shanesh Veli. Big jump pass as McCullough stops the movement but fires away. Georgie B playing a little bit of a big piece role there at center as Kenny Chen giving space. Going to McCullough on the block. He gets the foul. Going to take on a Big Sushi, who saw a lot of starts with the Kings but ended up playing a very small role in the playoffs. It's best to hold off the Braves. Though we couldn't give him credit for playing center in the Kings ultra small lineup against the Dreamers at the Dreamers home court, which actually saw success. Dropped the first game, but took the second game in the series clincher. That was a pretty incredible lineup between Joseph, Lee Kai-ye, and Amigo. Kenny Chen gets the strip, throwing it ahead, but they're going to say out of bounds first. Well, at least he might get credit for the steal. Or would there be a foul call? He's playing physical, and in fact, just in the right spot, and I guess they could have called a foul on number 7. 2 for the Kings, 1 for the Dreamers, as McCullough looking for the handoff. Kind of playing power forward right now. Going deep to him, but he's underneath the basket. Going quick in his bag. The spin is no good on the fadeaway. I think we call it a turnaround. You can correct me in the chat. Ryan has got a size advantage but passes it out. Green comes, Jeremy going right. Firing her past to Lee Kai-ye and firing her past to Michelle, and he throws it at the hoop. And the and one as McCullough stuck his hand in there. Getting a look at the ball movement by the Kings. Initially it was spelling disaster, but nobody there to rebound for the Dreamers. So Michelle have a chance for a 3-point play out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Started his pro career with the Detroit Pistons in that pipeline. Diana a little bit too handsy, and we got another whistle or something coming in. Just a common foul. Achi pulled into the starting lineup after last year coming off the bench 30 games out of 40. Georgie B showing off the post moves, but he can't finish. Ryan going straight to the basket and getting a foul on the rip. Lee Kai-in certainly playing really aggressive, which I'm sure the Kings like to see. They're going to have a lot of guard depth on that team, as Achi will bow his way out. On the local side, they have 8 guards, which ties the most in the Plus League with the Pilots and the Lioneers. To the back door, but the Dreamers batted against each other. They'll stay with the Kings. Obviously, we expect Jeremy and Joseph, Lee Kai-in, being getting a lot of minutes at guard. Third-year Chen Junnan is in the starting lineup. He's trying to screen and now moved into the right corner as Kenny will be called for the foul. Not so lucky this time. Don't forget they have shooter JJ on the bench. We'll see if they get number 4 Li Wei-ting off the bench a little bit more after a rookie season where he barely saw any playing time. And Kenny Manigault will also ball handle, so the Kings have a lot of options. Big Sushi will try from 3, and he bottoms it. 9-1 Kings lead to start the game. Julian Boyd heading to the scorer's table on the Dreamer side as McCullough picks up his dribble, finding a trap. They don't call 5 seconds yet. As Randall Walco, first time playing with Luka, and Georgie B finishes with a putback, and a delay of game warning will be called. No arguments from the Dreamers bench. Kind of a sly way to get the substitution going. Zanishvili working with Kenny on the screen and roll. Nice floated pass, but Sushi electing to put it on the deck. Miles mid-range is Bunner. Kenny driving the lane, putting it up. And look who it is, but Georgie B overshooting the target. Just up close. A little round the world action from the Kings as Big Sushi knocks down the floater. Right around 8 or 9 feet. His floater is very consistent. Here's our first time out of the game as the new Taipei Kings have a 13-3 lead.
也邀请大家呢可以下载17直播的 APP。现在你在镜头上面呢，帮我们右手比1，右手比1，左手比7。 对 ，very good， 很好，很好。右手比1，左手比7，好不好？右手比1，左手比7，右手比1，左手比7，倒过来。对，非常好，非常好，正确动作。右手比1，左手比7。好，谢谢。今天呢也有非常多我们的知名的朋友来到现场，非常谢谢你们的支持。 一起直播的 APP 呢，欢迎大家呢可以赶快来下载，因为我们等一下中场也要抽新台币5000元的现金，所以请大家呢赶快一起来参加。
Welcome to the broadcast. More than 600 of you on air watching the English broadcast. Thank you very much. Be sure to leave a like and don't unlike it too. You know, don't want to fall into those traps. Former CEO of the league, Charles, nicknamed Blackie Chen, sitting on the court side, taking in the game. One of the interesting storylines for the Kings, as for 2 seasons, number 7 belonged to Ling Liren, veteran guard. Played many years in the SBL and joined the Lioneers, then signed with the Kings, and he had to make way for Jeremy Lin. So that was kind of a mystery as to what number he would pick. Would it be 17 or possibly 77? And ended up just +1. He will be wearing number 8, presumably for the season, as Chen giving Kenny Chen some trouble, barely making it over the timeline. Numbers for the Dreamers as Boyd gets the handoff, and there'll be a travel call, in fact, down low. So it wasn't the smoothest play, but it's a stop for the Kings. Here's Marchand back in front of the LED. Would have made 3. Kings continue their strong play on the offensive end, as is their defense. Number 0, Chen down low to Boyd. Call a foul from behind. Jeremy reaching there. Get another look at the slip pass out of the double. The away team was ready. Only played about 43 minutes in total. That was in 7 games, as Big Sushi will head to the bench. Not on the same page. Lucky to hang on to possession. Boyd and Jay Chen. He tries the 17-foot floater. That's good. Chen has not really found the floor consistently, and he has a lot of opportunities. Jeremy Lin gets the end one, cruising by his defender and finishing with a right hand. If I'm not mistaken, that is his first basket as a King in the preseason. You see it's Randall Walco's turn, but it got a step on him. And enough of a shove from behind. So the free throw coming up, but not before a joke is made. And another missed free throw. You know what? The Kings got to do a better job making number 7 comfortable. I say so facetiously or jokingly. Those of you in chat, be sure to leave your questions there. I see JALAX. There will be as many English broadcasts as I can schedule myself, but not for every game. Typically, every homestand is a nice no-look pass by the away team. Countryman off the mark from Michelle, showing off his athleticism. Oh no, that is Billy Preston, the other new import. Boy, trying to go with power and finishes. My mistake, Mr. Preston, out of Redondo Beach, California. Foul on the perimeter, as you would expect. Other teams are going to play Jeremy Lin very physical on the perimeter. Certainly a lot of double teams. Do their best to keep him away, as you see Preston showing off his athleticism. That was Boyd with a reach-in foul there. Like something's up with the stud in his ear lobe. I don't wonder why he didn't have it taken off before the game, but finally he finds a team manager. So imagine the lead the Kings can have if number 7 would just hit some free throws. He'll have a lot of game to make the adjustment. Quincy Davis is in for the Kings. Without saying too much, it is expected that he will not be able to play the entire regular season. In a legal situation that is ongoing, and discipline supposed to be coming from the league side as Boyd makes a circus shot running into Davis. Probably could have been a whistle there. Quincy Davis is a local in the Plus League after almost a decade of service for the national team in Chinese Taipei. A little bit too much pressure by the Kings. Boyd can only brush it out of bounds. Another look at Boyd. But maybe Quincy Davis is innocent. Maybe I'm wrong. He stood pretty still. Elbow extended. He hands it off to Countryman. Davis joining the Kings after 1 year with the Pilots. This jumper there. Hayden Wu will bring it up. McCullough, he's stepping through to Walko, slicing. The reverse is good. Good in transition play by the Dreamers. Walko and McCullough and Kenny Chen and Georgie B, maybe they want to be an athletic team. Looks like they're going to call a push on the Kings. Trying to go for the offensive board. Is that Xiao Li? Obviously kind of going in between his hands and help a little bit late. So McCullough will step up to the line. Just for a reference though, Jeremy was a strong free throw shooter during the regular season. 146 attempts. Kind of tells you what kind of usage he was being put through. Despite only playing less than two-thirds of the season, I should say, ended up being the 5th in the league in terms of attempts by aggregate. And 84% is the highest clip besides Jeff Ayers, 80 for 94 or 85%. So in that department, elite. So maybe the preseason is just for show, as that one called out of bounds for the Dreamers. So Billy Preston is got Billy on his jersey, as import players could have either their first name or surname made into their Mandarin name, as McCullough stays tough, misses close, but Boyd picks him up. Julian Boyd last year was in the SBL with Zhanghua Bolili. Very close to the Dreamers, who have their base in Taichung. The year before he was a Dreamer. Walko got a catch and shoot and buries it. And just like that, the Dreamers pulling close to the Kings and forcing a timeout. Yesterday, they had to come back against the Lioneers after going down 36-27 in the first quarter to Lioneers red hot shooting. But then they had a good second quarter, 27-18. Right now, this lineup of Jay Chen, Randy Walko, Julian Boyd, Chris McCullough probably coming off for Georgie B. Do you see off to the left? Or is that Hayden, number 3, Wu Jiajun? Last season, without Randall Walko to an injury previously, way back in season 2 against the Steelers in Kaohsiung, they ended up making the trade for Hayden Wu Jiajun, Manimal Lin Yaozong, and signing Lu Guanliang, number 28, number 88, Zhou Bochen through free agency. So 4 SBL vets. at the end of the season. They lost to the Kings, dropping the 2 on the road, winning their first elimination game in a Taizo Intercontinental before that kind of wild series closer. Meanwhile, on the Kings side of things, they've seen quite a bit of turnover with their roster as well. Not as much as the Steelers, not as much as the Lioneers. But 7 new faces to the team. So 63% are returners, 37% are new faces. Of course, that also includes all the additional imports, technically speaking, as only 3 can be registered during the regular season. So I said he's a veteran, but Xiaoli commits a backdoor violation. I guess you can kind of say the pass should have been a tick or 2 later so he can establish himself in the backcourt. Chance to tie for the Dreamers. Chen given a step, but crashed into. And that'll be free throws coming up. So maybe the teammates imitating their hairstyles as Preston has his hair braided. Kenny Manigault as well, but wearing the braids a little longer. You need a differentiation. Oh, also, Manigault's braids are, you could say, checkered or bit by bit, and Preston's across his head. Hey, there's Byron Mullins, one of our cameramen and producers' favorites. Technically in his 3rd season with the Kings, joining them late in their inaugural season. Their playoff run ended by the Lioneers, who made it to the finals. And last year, the Kings made it to the finals. Byron Mullins, import of the year. Mid-range jumper by Preston. The Kings might have their footing a little bit better. There you see Tony Michel with the small afro. A deep shot made by Walco, who tucked his jersey in. Maybe that's the secret. Walco in yesterday's game had a pretty good showing as well. Really, you could say it in his debut game back. 18 points, 10 rebounds, including 6 on the offensive end. Really giving the Lioneers problems. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's been one that we're not in any hurry as McCullough powers his way to the cup. Number 5. As Preston gets another jumper, given too much space. Has 2 buckets in a row. Hayden will get it off the bank. Might not have a financial institution as their title sponsor, but Hayden going to the backboard and the bank. He waits and hit one earlier and way overshoots this one. Dreamers pick it up off the deck in a scramble as Chen is fouled. Kind of fouled hard there. Xiaoli giving a good effort, but committing the foul. Trying to claim his innocence. Getting a look shaken off by the left, right, and maybe just a little too intimate there. The hand on the ball was clean. Lee Kai-in is back on the floor. Too strong for Chen. I definitely asked him about being called possibly JJ, as he is Chen Zhenjie. Similar sounding characters. But then the real JJ, Jin Yoza, showed up the year after. So the nickname belongs to him. We haven't seen Jin Yoza quite yet, even on camera. straight to the hoop. Davis now wearing number 15. Off the handle on it is Georgie B. Saves it in bounds. And look what I found. Hayden with the ball. Across to Jay Chen to Walko. He'll try from deep 3 range and bounces it off the backboard. I don't think that's what he intended. Manigault, head of steam, puts it up softly and in. Kenneth Allen Manigault, his full name, out of Wichita State. Running low on time, Jay Chen floating to the left, off the backboard, no, and time will expire. As in fact, the Dreamers are on top 28-27 after the first frame here in Geelong, where the 4th of 6 games here in the Plus League preseason is underway. We'll be back after these messages.
球迷朋友呢，可以利用这个空档呢，赶快来下载17直播的 APP， 因为我们在这次6场的比赛，每一场的中场的休息时间都会为大家带来赠奖的活动，另外还有中场的表演。所以呢，请球迷朋友呢有带手机的，记得要下载17直播 APP， 每天都会有大奖要送给大家，5000元的新台币，另外还有老帽热身赛相关的商品。 很多的礼品都请大家一起来拿，所以请大家有手机的，等一下我们中场的休息时间就会来进行游戏了。所以趁用这个空档呢，可以赶快先下载17直播 APP， 谢谢。
We're here in Geelong Gymnasium, the site for the only Plus League action to take place before the 23-24 season. We had the good fortune of having a little chat with Jonathan Lin, the city mayor, George Xie. Xie Guoliang is also in attendance. You might see him later. Dreamers turn around a kind of a slow start and find themselves up by 1 against the new Taipei Kings led by Jeremy Lin. They're sitting with his brother, resting up, getting ready for action. Presumably, Joseph might get a play tomorrow. The Kings do play back-to-back, so on account of their rest, their health, their fatigue, might split the brothers apart for the preseason. They do have 19 on their registered roster for this preseason. Number 2, Supeikai is getting some action. But Manigault fires away from the left wing, and Lu Guanyang will pass it up. Georgie B screening for Achi. Guanyang floating over and fouled as he let the shot go. Number 2, Supeikai immediately involved on the defensive end. Actually went to Hayes Valley Christian in West Virginia before returning to Taipei University. A brick by Lu Guanyang at the line, as Michelle had a little incidental hit against the crew chief here. No harm done though. They laughed it off. Yeah, the rims are not behaving like yesterday. Yesterday they were really soft. I gotta ask somebody in Geelong about that. Cayenne from way high, pressured by Achi. Not a lot of movement going this possession. Boyd trying to apply the pressure against Peikai. Would have been a shot clock violation, but it turns into traveling. Didn't look like the Kings teammates were really that into helping Su Peikai out there. Boyd probably would get credit for the defense there, unofficially. He had 18 points and 16 rebounds in yesterday's action from the free throw line. Passes it out. He'll try from 3, no. Was 1 from 3 in yesterday's action as Kenny Manigault stopped by Achi there. Kings will run a half-court set. No, Su Peikai early 3 is off. Last year, the Kings, part of their success was being one of the most proficient three-point shooting teams. A nice pass as Georgie B, goaltending by, is that Michelle, coming over to help. The Kings were the best in the league three-point percentage-wise, 32.81%. Just a hair above the Braves, 32.77%. Jimbang tries the running hook shot, now wearing number 14. Kings are switched out a lot of positions as Chen lets one fly. Jimbang tries the jumper. Back to Boyd. We'll get another try. This time he doesn't miss. The Dreamers don't have Brandon Gilbeck suit up for either of these games. Probably nursing a injury. He is working on the bike all of the first half, so his fitness level probably not in a bad place as Kenny Manigault gets a bucket. Got his hands on it and the steal. Has his own man to beat as he flicks it up and easy. Yeah, sometimes Kenny Manigault, when he shoots that running layup, makes basketball look real easy as Lu Guanliang tries to play center, but is fouled. Playing center, I mean getting the offensive rebound. There you see Manigault, just a right dribble pull-up, and Bezanishvili's face. I'm working on it. Boyd and Chen will head to the bench. This time, Ryan Lu Guanliang makes the adjustment. Last year with the Dreamers, Lu Guanliang started 27 games. So the first 3 or 4 weeks, he came off the bench and played very sparingly. Before his reward, making a couple free throws, Walker will take his place on the floor. In the end, a pretty solid season. Lu Guanliang 7.6 points in 24 minutes per game of play. Deep bounce pass, but Michelle is there for the stop. And another, but too much length down there with Chris McCullough getting the putback. Kings right now have Tony Michelle at center. Not a lot of other size. They kind of have Kenny Manigault there playing power forward, which, when it's going good, is very lethal because Kenny Manigault last year one of the league leaders of assists, one of the tops in the steals department. In fact, he was the leader in steals at 3.7 per. A nice swish by Kyle Lee Kayin. In his introductory press conference, Jeremy did shout out Lee Kayin, saying he's not even close to his potential, which is a good sign for the Kings, as Lee Kayin is now 30 years young. And the whistle down low and a travel called. Let's get another look for ourselves. Lee Kayin just given way too much space by Aji. Must have been a mix-up there. Before Lee Wei team will get back on the floor. In the preseason, he did get to play a healthy bit as Manigault misses from the elbow. Lee Wei team, in fact, played both preseason games, almost 40 minutes. That one goes out of bounds. Will be for the team in black. I wonder for English-speaking referees if there's a team wearing black, would they say black ball? Obviously with the connotation of being in an unfavorable situation to be blackballed. Georgie Beal floats the pass over before the travel as McCullough drains the three from the top. The Dreamers lead now up to 7. Michelle, clutching in the air, will have to earn it from the line. Looks a little bit labored out there. Of course, understandably having to play center for the Kings, who are a little bit smaller right now. Made it in for Aji. Well, looking at the plus minus on the Plus League website, PLEAGUEofficial.com. If you want to get specific, this is PLEAGUEofficial.com/game/420. Jeremy is plus 14 on the game, followed by Big Sushi's plus 13. Well, of course, most of those points thanks to playing next to Jeremy, so that's kind of understandable. The bench unit got a ways to go. On offense, Preston to Michelle to Supekai, who takes one elbow extended and a tough shot in the face of the defender. Back to McCullough, hit one earlier, slicing through, finding some daylight and getting the and one. McCullough showing off his bag. Last year, he joined the Dreamers partway through the season, working off his left knee injury that he sustained as a member of the Kings. That's why the year before they had to pick up the emergency phone and get Byron Mullins on their roster. No call on that play. Preston a little bit late on back for defense, and the Dreamers end up turning it over anyways. Substitutions made. I think you know who to expect. It's Jeremy playing off ball again. At least for now. The away team brought it over. Preston in and out with the jumper. Jeremy on the top of your screen guarding Kenny Chen. Georgie B with Davis on the block. Like a middle move, left-handed flip is in. That little hook shot. And the lead is up to 9 points. Kazanishvili getting on the scoreboard once again as we go to break. in this preseason matchup between the Kings and Dreamers.
侧面来一点，侧面来一点，来，好，这边一个，这边一个，这边一颗，这边一颗，这边一颗，好，来侧边这边一颗，这边一颗，小心哦，小心哦，小心一点，小心，小心，小心，小心，小心。好，这边这一区，好，这边这一区来一个，好 ，OK， 好，这边也来一颗，这边来一颗，好，小心，小心，小心，谢谢。好，这2天我们今天已经是第4场了哈，还有第5场、第6场，好不好？明天大家赶快踊跃来，我们还会继续送礼物给你们，谢谢。
Welcome back to the broadcast. The Dreamers and the Kings without their 7-foot center. Trying some different lineups, getting ready for the Plus League regular season. The schedule
Hey, Billy, take it out. 4-5, take it out.
Announced.
Hey, Billy,
Hopefully sometime soon. Chen getting the steal, finishing through contact. Number 23. Getting one there for the Dreamers. One of the OG members of the Dreamers, and a little bit too physical that time. Pretty sure Kenny will pretty intentionally play very physical and take the risk of some of these fouls. That time, the hand right to the neck area. Yeah, that's a foul. And then the hold on the back. That's a foul too. Not to worry. The Dreamers have 3 to give at the top. Jeremy Lin rolls a 3. Perfect switch from the right wing. And all smiles now. I think he gave a high five with Kenny there. I saw that last frame. Walko with a deep 3 of his own, yes. Now we're having some fun. Quincy Davis at the high post. Had Hayden, but then passes it out. Sure, now we'll try this deep 3, and 2 Kings kind of run into each other. Couldn't get the putback. Good hands by Preston. As the Wiggins will blow the close one, and so will Quincy Davis. I don't know if the crowd is cheering, jeering, or... Let me think of another ER finishing word to describe the situation. McCullough's fadeaway to beat the clock is short. In the left corner this time, century none in and out. Thought he might take a step up last season, his sophomore season. He was kind of squeezed to the edge of the rotation as well. He did play 500 minutes. Kind of spread out. Kenny Chen will choose to drive, takes a tough shot, and gets it to fall. Seems like these rims are kind of playing favoritism from player to player. Waiting, tried to step back, and just like that blown layup, it was close, but no. Walko keeps his balance. Georgie B will try for 3 on a beautiful swish. Now the Dreamers open up to a 55-39 lead. Kind of interesting. Yesterday it was the Steelers who maintained a pretty comfortable lead against the Braves the whole game. And now, quote-unquote, the expansion team in the Kings are having their way against the OG Dreamers from the inaugural season. Here you see the stroke by Zhanishvili. And a foul, probably on number 6. He'll go to the bench. Yesterday, the Dreamers have 12 players get on the floor. Only number 18, Yang Sun-yin, was active, but a DNP. Three by Jeremy, but that one's off the mark. Numbers for the Dreamers if they can push it, as Boyd takes the contact. Thankfully, everyone lands okay. Hey man, Jeremy's been hitting the weight room because he just took a chest-to-chest bump with Julian Boyd. Well, maybe more thigh-to-thigh hit. I should probably stop describing body parts. Everybody's okay. It's just 2 Dreamers free throws. Boyd with the first. He makes it. Yesterday also had 4 assists and 2 steals for his efforts. Perfect 2 for 2. About 2 minutes to go. Dreamers close to 60 points in the first half. Davis putting it on the deck, but in a lot of risk, in a lot of risky situations. No look pass, no whistle for Country Knight, who was crushed on that baseline cut. It's only the preseason, but if we look at last year's stats, the highest the Kings allowed in the first halves actually was 67 points, so maybe not too crazy. That was against the Dreamers back on May 6th. A push. That'll, I think, be on the Dreamers. One time the Kings allowed 60 in the second half of action was against the Steelers on April 23rd. Back to the action at hand. 14 on the shot clock as Jeremy maybe checking out something off the floor. Preston around for the screen as they call a rip-through foul. Free throws coming up. See Chen try to take his hands out, but it was a beat too late. And it's going to be a timeout by the Dreamers. Get themselves set up, or maybe it's a little bit of a camaraderie. Let the Kings establish some principles and try to cut into this lead. At halftime, of course, we'll bring you the combined team statistics and leading scores. Looks like number 88, Chen, will make his way on the floor for the first time.
I roll behind you. You go, I roll behind you.
Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Dobo Chen would be the 11th player for the Dreamers to make it on the floor. Still waiting on the debut of rookie Ding Guanhao. Also on the roster, mentioned the OG of the Dreamers from way back when, Wu Songwei, in his, by my count, 7th season with the club. They started in the ASEAN Basketball League. There you see Julian Boyd powering through for a layup earlier in the game. Hey, number 17's on TV. Made first and made second. That's the number 17 that Jeremy wore when he was a Laker for a brief period. Hayden floating it up but the block deflected by Davis as Countryman going to go 1-on-2 and sending Yang Se-yin flying. Dirty little guard, but called for the foul there. Just a little bit of a sidestep, and the hands came down on Tundrunan's hands. So free throws coming up for number 3, Steven, or sometimes called Xiaoming. Trying to be the protege of Yang Jingmi. 2-time MVP, but had his own offseason time away from the team. Minute and a half to go before the first half is in the books. Lee's encroaching on Hayden's space, got a poke away. Chen doesn't want to take Jeremy, but 1 second left. Boyd, the fadeaway. Lucky to even touch the rim. Very uninspired possession by the Dreamers. Well, you can credit Xiaoli for getting his hand in there. Jeremy to Tundrunan. His 3 is good. Boyd, ooh, bounce pass. A reset. No chance for a 2-for-1. Ball getting away. Yang Se-yin, 5 seconds left. The double comes and Jeremy picks him. Patient with it. Clutching and finishing. Number 7 makes it a 9-point deficit for the Kings. Hayden over Davis this time. That'll be it for the first half as the Dreamers off to a 59-48 lead. Teams will talk it over in the locker rooms. We'll be taking a break here in the Plus League broadcast from Keelung.
Hello， 现场球迷们，大家好，我是17直播的俏喜。
从下午那一场球赛一路到现在的球迷朋友们，应该对我们不陌生。看到我们17直播在中场，就知道我们要来送好礼给大家啦。那先邀请大家把你的手机拿出来，扫描上方2个大大的 QR code， 帮我下载17直播。注册完成之后呢，进入我们雄青福利社置顶最大的直播间，我们在线上等你来抽好奖喽。那我们今天要送哪2个好礼送给大家呢？我们请俏喜跟大家公布一下。
来，我们第一个呢，好礼就是我们最大的奖金5000元。那我们现场朋友只要在我们的直播间留言呢，都有机会获得哦。然后我们第2个大奖呢，就是我们热身赛的短 T。 就
没错
我现在身上这件，
就是我们翘起身上这一件
对
热身赛的应援短 T， 所以有想要的朋友千万不要错过啦！赶快进入我们直播间刷留言关键字。那我们今天关键字到底是什么呢？一样要邀请我们最帅气的磊哥。
已经大家都知道我在这里了，所以我就先来了，好不好？
好，谢谢你。
好，我们今天的关键字，大家现场还有这个一定要注意一下，就是不是跟昨天一样的哦，跟我们第一场一样，最喜欢、最支持的球队名字。如果你是高雄一期直播钢铁人呢，你就写高雄一期直播钢铁人，
没错
或者是说你要新北国王都可以，加上你的座位号码。
没错，就这么简单。你喜欢的球队加上你的区牌号，如果你是2楼特区的朋友，帮我留2楼特区就可以了。
没错。
对，那我们给大家一点下载一期直播还有刷关键字留言的时间啦。在这之前呢，我们要邀请一位一期直播的歌唱实力派主播，要来带来一首好听的歌曲送给所有的球迷朋友们。我们掌声欢迎我们的奶瓶。
欢迎。
Hello， 大家好，我是来自一期直播的奶瓶。那接下来我要带来这首歌叫《日不落》，希望现场的球迷朋友们可以把你们的双手借给我好吗？
有花一样安静，和平的慵懒步伐压着雨，心偷偷的放晴。祈祷你像英勇的禁卫军，动也不动地守护爱情。你在回忆里留下的脚印，是我爱的风景。我要送你日不落的想念，寄出代表爱的明信片。我要送你日不落的爱恋，心牵着心把世界走遍。你就是晴天，你就是晴天，我的爱恋。不落的想念，飞在你身边，我的爱恋。走了又停，微笑望着广场上人群。我要把爱全都装进心里，陪我一起旅行。我要送你日不落的想念，寄出代表爱的明信片。我要送你日不落的爱恋，心牵着心把世界走遍。你就是晴天，你就是晴天，我的爱恋。不落的想念，飞在你身边，我的爱恋。你们的双手在哪里？可以借给我吗？很棒。你爱你像英勇的禁卫军，动也不动地守护爱情。你在回忆里留下的脚印，是我爱的风景。我要送你日不落的想念，寄出代表爱的明信片。我要送你日不落的爱恋，心牵着心把世界走遍。你就是晴天，你就是晴天，我的爱恋。不落的想念，飞在你身边，我的爱恋。我要送你日不落的爱恋，心牵着心把世界走遍。你就是晴天，你就是晴天，我的爱恋。不落的想念，飞在你身边，我的爱恋。谢谢。
耶！谢谢我们奶瓶带来这么好听的歌曲，送给所有的球迷朋友们。那现在我们就要回到我们所有球迷朋友们身上啦。有没有进入我们雄青普利社的直播间刷关键字、刷留言啦？我们再帮大家复习一遍，我们今天的关键字是什么好吗？
好的，我们今天的关键字呢，就是你要输入你最爱的球队名称，还有你的座位号码哦，你的区牌号。那如果是我们2楼特区的朋友，你们就可以输入2楼特区就可以了。
就这么简单，就可以来刷留言抢好礼啦。那我们今天2大好礼是什么呢？
我们今天第一个大好礼就是我们的5000块奖金
，5000块奖金等你来抽。
没错，只要你今天来到现场呢，都有机会抽到我们的5000块。那第二样呢，就是我们的热身赛短 T， 就是我现在身上这件。
没错，热身赛应援的短 T， 想要的朋友赶快留言刷起来。那我们要来准备倒数10秒钟喽，10、9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1，请截图。好，在我们工作人员截图2位幸运人的同时呢，提醒一下啦，如果你等一下在1楼的话，赶快来场边找我们领奖。那如果你是2楼特区的朋友呢，请到我们西出口，我们有一位工作人员拿着立牌在等待你们去领奖。今天一定要来领哦，不然你的奖品会充公给明天的球赛，明天的球迷就幸运啦。那另外，我们线上还有 YT 直播上的球迷朋友们，千万不要错过了。我们等下在线上还会另外抽出应援毛巾，以及我们球星的人形立牌，2大好礼稍后会在场边继续抽出来，所以千万不要错过啦。那我们现在呢，就要请我们的奶瓶帮我们公布2位幸运的得主。首先，第一位5000块的奖金得主是，
好，我来念 ID 咯 ，ID 是 MIMICAT， 然后一个底线 BABY，
他的座位在。
座位是在 A51，
没错，赶快来领你的5000块奖金。另外，第2个好礼，我们的应援 T 恤的得主是谁呢？
第2个 T 恤的好礼得主，我念 ID 哦，这个比较长一点，所以大家仔细听好了。NEWBIE 底线9 I6 MFML 3H2WW，
没错，他们的座位在哪里？
座位是在南区的2楼50号。
呀，恭喜上2位得主！我再讲一下5000块奖金坐的座位好吗 ？A51， 赶快来找我们领奖金。2楼的是我们的 T 恤，在2楼50号，赶紧到我们的西出口找我们的工作人员领奖喽。没错。
We're here at halftime. In the matchup between the New Taipei Kings against the Formosa Dreamers. CEO of the Kings, Phil Chen, has made his way to the arena to take in the action. Xiaohu and Tai Jingjing on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, taking care of you on the English broadcast side of things. There's the combined team statistics, where the Dreamers have only made 3 more shots. And they're 3-point made are equal, but the Dreamers are taking a little bit better care of the rebounding department. Both teams only 6 turnovers, but those have led to quite a few fast break transition opportunities. And with both teams without their 7-foot centers, you can kind of expect that. And maybe sometimes even with Byron Mullins and Brandon Gilbeck for their respective teams, they still would like to run. Kings got off to a hot start. Jeremy starting for his new team after last year being a member of the Steelers. Though split apart from his brother, at least we expect for the preseason. He's got 9 points, 2 rebounds, and only 1 assist. But the Kings do have 4 players who got on the scoreboard, and in a variety of ways. We also seen new imports for the Kings in Tony Michelle and Billy Preston in that order. See what they bring to the table as athletic and skilled wing. And on the Dreamers side, there's the new guy, Randall Walco. Well, not really. Randall Walco nursing a knee injury all of last season. So he'll provide a big boost for the Dreamers. Returning to the Dreamers in the same breath is Julian Boyd. The year before was a member of the juniors, last year in the SBL in a kind of neighboring club, you could say, in Zhanghua. The Dreamers do expect to have some regular season games down at Zhanghua. Those details to be announced. Georgie B going to work as well from the inside and the outside. And that's how the Dreamers have been able to get on top, kind of forcing the issues against the Kings, who also will be rotating in rookie guard Supei Kai and a third-year Chen with a little bit more possessions. There's the leading scorers. Walker with 13, Boyd with 11, McCullough with 11, Georgie B with 9, and Chen also has 5. On the King side, Jeremy with 11. A lot of those coming at the line and could have had more. Kyle Lee Kayin with 8 points. Preston with 6, Kenny Manigault with 6, and Big Sushi Chen getting the start. He has 5. We'll go to a break. There you see it, 2.5 minutes before the start of the second half.
Naturally and body weekend。
星期三小周末就想吃喝玩乐，这是我的星期三套餐，你的呢？一期陪你更有聊，星期四移动图，移针灸，也太难了吧？移开光聊天，还好我很懂，开光聊天，
一期陪你更有聊。
下半场的比赛马上展开，我们这次的热身赛要感谢基隆市立体育馆，基隆市提供我们场地来进行连续3天的热身赛，在这边也要大声的一起来欢迎基隆市市长谢国良市长，欢迎市长，谢谢。这3天感谢你们，我们也希望大家呢可以在 Plus League 的季前热身赛这3天都来捧场，谢谢大家。
Man in the glasses with the white shirt and the blazer, that is Mayor Xie, as we promised. Getting a little bit of screen time, he and his staff, the city of Keelung, playing host to this preseason, the 23-24 edition. The Dreamers have a victory yesterday against the Lioneers, trying to make it 2 in a row. The Kings playing for the first time as Wu Guanliang couldn't beat is that Michelle to the rim. Jeremy over to Kenny Manigault, guarded by Kenny Chen, and a foul called by the opposite slot official. Is that a redundant thing to say, opposite slot official? I guess I would say weak side slot official as opposed to strong, and Kenny did put his hands in there. Kyle, Jeremy, Michelle, Ling Jingbang, and Manigault, the 5 for the Kings. One dribble pull up, but this time the line drive a little bit short for Manigault. Up ahead, it's McCullough, Georgie B, Aji, Kenny, and Lu Guanliang, the starters, you could say. Manigault over to Lee Ka-yin for the easiest 2 of his afternoon. Yesterday, turnovers were a big problem for the Dreamers. Against the Lioneers defense that was a lot tougher than last season. Ling Jingbang, now wearing number 14, received the assist from Jeremy in a 2-point layup. Kenny working in the mid-range, floats it up. Surprised everybody, but Georgie B can't get the putback. Kings on the run again. Jeremy working left after the ball screen, out to Manigault, down low to Ling Jingbang, left wide alone, but he misses everything. Let's say surprised, but not all that surprised. Ling Jingbang, his range calibration is always kind of funky in that mid-range. Aji, though, he shows him how it's done with a little 15-foot jumper. Jeremy with a head of seam to Kenny Manigault, slicing through the lane. And player, the Dreamer, kind of got hit there. Kenny Chen holding his hands out. Let's see what was happening on that last play. Well, previously it was Ling Jingbang. And this time Manigault, ooh, maybe an elbow to the face incidentally. You see the knock that Kenny took. Thankfully still conscious, but the stadium staff here will have to handle the blood on the hardwood. Those dots on the LED board, just incorrect colors. Hopefully this is not Chen's noggin against the LEDs on the opposite side, as Manigault will run over and check on his opponent. A trainer with both hands involved. Here's Kenny and McCullough kind of in the mix, and that left elbow just clipping him in the wrong spot. That was a few seconds earlier as the action is underway. Kenny Manigault showing off the shorts, being the good sportsman, I should say, not showing for anything. As Aji, this time a tough fadeaway jumper. This time going around as Ling Jingbang over the head for Jeremy, who takes a tough runner. Just like that, the Kings closed it within 5. There's the D shot fake, and Michelle with a frustration foul there. Didn't have that happening. And then look, getting a step out, barely a step you could say, on Lu Guanliang. One foul apiece as the Dreamers get going again. Aji got by Jeremy. The off-footed push shot is no good. Should be more of a floater, I guess. Manigal again coming through the lane. Numbers for the Dreamers as Walko fires away. Lee Kai-in in amongst the tree of Dreamers. They'll run the offense. Nice ball movement. Kenny Manigault to Ling Jingbang off the backboard and in. Maybe not the most comfortable range for most people, but Ling Jingbang gets the 2 down, and the Kings' strong bit of play forces a timeout. It's a 10-2 run for the new Taipei Kings here in the preseason.
好了，大家看我们的大荧幕，请球迷朋友来看我们的大荧幕，右手比1，左手比7，没错 ，That's right， 就是这样子啦。这是我们的17 Cam， 右手比1，左手比7，很好，很好，很好，非常好，非常好。到镜头上面的记得要截图拍照，右手比1，左手比7。好也 OK， 右手比1，左手比7 ，7，对，17，很好，17 camera， 请大家一起来加入。那如果你有拍照截图存证的话，记得到我们的摊位换小礼物，谢谢。
It's a 3-point game with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. The Dreamers in their Plus League history are 46 and 48, 49% winning percentage. They made the playoffs every year. The Kings, in large part thanks to a very strong second season in the team history, 43 and 27, good for 61%. 2 playoff appearances, and their best finish was last year where they lost to the Braves in the finals. A little bit of ball movement as McCullough finds himself open. Also crashing the board along with Boyd. Now getting around Manigault as McCullough goes to the ground in a funny way, getting helped up by Michelle. On the other side, Jeremy Lin. There's the 3. And we're tied up at 61. Joseph Lin with not much of a reaction. You've probably seen that a lot in his lifetime. But in transition, Boyd did an okay job at least getting out there, but not good enough of a contest. 5 points, 2 assists on the quarter for Jay Lin 7. Kenny Manigault putting in some extra work with the help of the mop. This lineup has worked really well to start the third quarter for the Kings. Kind of zoned up right now. But Boyd tries to step back. No dice. So a chance to take the lead. Walko and Boyd doubling as Manigault rifles a pass right through. Pretty good idea. Not perfectly executed. Kind of catching the defense, recovering and moving side to side. Clincher now will be in for Jeremy. If you're just joining us for the first time, Kings debuting 2 new players. Of course, the biggest headline of the offseason, Jeremy joining the new Taipei Kings, but they also signed former Brave Cody Michelle and Billy Preston Manigault trying to fight through contact, no good. Boyd with a lane, slams it with 2. Trying to get himself a little extra as well. There's an exclamation point on the game. Couple dreamers go down as Michelle able to make the clutch finish. Very wet spot, so they'll dry off the floor as we get another look at Boyd running the lane, and yeah, it looks like it could have been a little something on the right arm. Aiden somehow lost the handle on it as Chen pops free. Deflected pass as Boyd sends it out of bounds, and having an intimate visit with some of our fans sitting courtside. Not only the fans on the first row, but even into the third row, those fans were a little freaked out. Jonathan Han and Louis Chen trying to get a technical foul out of something. Not entirely sure what was going on. The referees are going to walk over to the monitor. They're going to visit with the scorer's table. On the left, Aaron Yang Zhenlei is the MC, making the scores and fouls calls audible. Looks like it kind of slipped our minds. They are going to get penalized for having 3 import players subbed on. So they'll need to correct that. Walko misses the extra free throw. Trying to put the dribble moves on, flings a pass. Kyle to Preston for the 3. Billy Preston with his first 3-pointer of the evening. It's our first time also getting to meet one of the newer Kings as well. Number 20 is Tou Zhenhao. Manigault. No. Now a 3-point lead for the Kings as Manigault was in there and caused a turnover. Oh, good catch by the Dreamer staff. As a reminder, what kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in the equation is Quincy Davis is counted as a local in the Plus League. To his service for a long time with the Chinese Taipei national team, the Wei Ting, running the show for the Kings. Choate will miss his first shot. Out of Kangning Dashi, Kangning University. Boyd at the high post, the double comes. Good recovery by Chen Junan. Trying to get a spinning finish. Boyd is denied. Strip from the side. Walko would come away with it, but Hayden should get credit for the steal. Then he shoots the 3. Yes. Good run by Wu Jiajun. that'll lead to a timeout by the new Taipei Kings. Pretty clearly, after Jeremy Lin went to the bench, a little bit out of sorts.
4 and 5. Both you guys are in push. I want push on the side, deep in the middle. I want you running the 5.
You're passing here, waiting. You're taking the pass. If you have it right away,
This time it's Mark Coppola.
If not, into the Ohio
In
axis.
his second year with the Kings, drawing up the play.
Look for the layup, time it up.
Coach Ryan Marchand shared that he really believes in allowing his coaching staff to have their chances to coach up the team, run huddles. I've seen it firsthand that they often scrimmage, like a lot of teams, they'll scrimmage and have assistant coaches kind of run the half squad in scrimmage situations.
Kings on 3. 1, 2, 3, Kings.
Last year, the Kings were #1 in the Plus League standings for 24, excuse me, out of the 27 weeks of our season, with week 12 being counted towards the Lunar New Year holidays. They almost accomplished their season goal of no 2 straight losses. They took 3 defeats later in the season between April 15th and April 23rd. There's a whistle. And that was with Byron Mullins out. They only had Kenny Manigault, the lone import, so it's almost understandable. You expect to have 3 guys and you only have 1. Turnover off ball, and here come the Dreamers again. I'm gonna take the lead back. Jay Chen probing, floating it up there into space, and Georgie B rewards himself with 2. Still getting the basketball back, trying from the free throw. Kind of zoned up as Georgie B was making his move on Century Nan. Fouls first. But one of the newest faces, Kyung Ha, actually was not even announced by the team, and maybe he's still awaiting a full contract. Played a few years with the Taiwan Beer team in the SPL. Boyd, a tough shot in Preston's face. Liu Weiting, confident, but a nice stop by Lu Guanliang. Georgie B, a little flip pass to Boyd, who finishes with 2. Liu Weiting still trying to learn the ropes of the pick and roll. He'll try a deep shot and swirls through. Actually grew up with Chen Junan, both of those gentlemen from Tainan, and also went to Taisan High School in New Taipei. Geez, try to slip it between a few Kings defenders. Chen Junan, a little hesitation and a right-handed lay. And back and forth we go. Stevens got 7 points as Achi insists on going right. Nice find line as Boyd fakes out the defender and gets the 2. Georgie B with the assist. Nice little 3-man game there by the Dreamers. You know they really love to get Aji involved with the 2 imports. Dreamman swatted away by Boyd. There's a man ahead. That's Georgie B. A little two-handed stuff. I don't even really know if he stuffed it. Bezanishvili with 2 more points to his name. Preston hanging in the air and finishing. Putting off a little skywalker there. Something we've come to expect in anticipation of Tony Michelle returning to Taiwan to play. Chen trying through contact, finishing through contact. Referee probably telling him he was moving away. Play spread out wide. Preston's got his steps, spinning and shooting. Would have been a pretty one. So 10 seconds left. Boomers can't slow down too much. Georgie B between the legs, poked away, and it will just bounce out of bounds. But not before the clock hits zeros. We're headed to the 4th and final quarter of this one. The Dreamers have a 3-point lead. Stick with us. We'll be back after this. Before we get started with the 4th quarter, Plus League 球迷朋友 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 IV Bar 学英文吧，教你的篮球的英文术语，搭配了 Plus League 的影片，打造全新的线上课程。欢迎大家在资讯栏里面点连结，然后一起学习。To start off the 4th quarter, it's going to be Quincy Davis, Xiao Li, Li Weiting, number 4. Chen Junnan and a Big Sushi. And Big Sushi on the left block. That was a nice play from the floor. Li Weiting gets it to Davis. I don't know how he got tripped up there and just grazes the rim with that 3. On the Dreamer side, it's Aji, Georgie B, Chen, McCullough, and Wu Guanliang. On the opposite side, McCullough is getting a post-up opportunity. Georgie B, the left, he swishes it. They Makes it a 6-point lead for the Dreamers. Dreamers last preseason, the quote was saying from my mom, looked like gangbusters as they knocked down PLEAGUE. Early foul for the Dreamers there. They look excellent in the preseason, but then he kind of came out of the gate stumbling, the Dreamers did. He in fact took 5 losses in a row before January 28th. I may need to work a little harder to keep his focus. Of the camera, that is. Now Lee in the mid-range, still 5 from 2, short. And Big Sushi causing some problems for McCullough, who taps it out of bounds. Looks like Jeremy's day is done. Couple ice packs as the pass between all the Kings. Lucky to keep it in bounds and keep it from going to the backcourt. Lee Wei-Ting, a nice no-looking pass, and Big Sushi in and out though. So close. And it sounds like the fans here love cheering for near makes. Over the Dreamers, Davis guarding George UB. It's a long possession, spinning the other way, and a little Kevin McHale over there. Number 6. Going baseline, a one-footed shot slotted away by Hu Guanliang. Let out a yell. It's kind of funny. All of last season, Hu Guanliang had exactly 1 block shot. And funny enough, on the team, he's joined by 2 others, Ling Junji. It's only 175 centimeters, and the 200 centimeter Doug. Come on, Doug. You gotta be better than that from Tia, yeah. Beating the clock and putting it through. Steven Countryman with the tray. That's got the crowd going. Oh, passing George UB, missing it. Rebound, and the ball will fall loose to the Kings. Michelle, but stopped by McCullough. Lee will try from 3. He got it. And the deficit now is just 2 points. Looking in the mid-range. A few Dreamers are kind of doubled up. That is, in fact, Dingguan Hall, their rookie, finally in the game. Pushes Wei-Ting out of the way. Incidental, they say, but it looks like Michelle is laboring. He is well built, but the duration of the game does not look exactly the freshest for the leg. Another 3, and the lead for the Kings, thanks to number 8. Get a lot of chances to play, but when he produces on the court, gets a lot of fanfare. Dreamers have not been able to get an answer. Walker going to the cup with the left hand. That one bounces in and out. And the first stat of his preseason career, Dingguan Hall fouls in transition. Get another look. That was the earlier one, dribbling right. And that last one, I think, pretty much from center field, right down the middle, I call it. we got another break before hopefully another exciting finish here from the preseason in Keelung. Thanks to the more than 1,300 of you watching on YouTube. The English broadcast, brought to you by myself, Ryan Chen. It's Xiaoli Ling Liren who's kind of leading the charge of this Kings comeback here in the fourth quarter. He's already got a couple made threes along with Chen Trunan's buzzer beater. It's a 5-9 run if you're following along on the Plus League website. This particular game, pleague.official.com/game/420. That one is blocked by Boyd, saved in bounds, and Walco will get a rebound. And unfortunately for the camera person nearby, it's a lost camera. Looks like Boyd is a little bit injured from the play. With a great effort play, but going to be feeling that. I don't know what he did to have the camera pop so far away from the photographer. There's the block. That part was good. That used his left hand, but then kind of falling over the cameraman. That's why he more or less fell onto his right wrist. Tripping over. I'm just thankful he didn't hit the table. He flew so far. Credit to Julian Boyd, not only with the defensive stop, but also the effort play. Unfortunately, though, he's going to be feeling that. Going to get treatment on the Dreamers bench. The camera person probably taking inventory himself. Aji will fire away. No. Being spread it out with Michelle screening for Kyle. We got a reverse layup from Ling and almost got it in. Around Walco, that would have been impressive. And foul as Lee Cayenne was ready to go down on the break. That would only be preseason. I wonder if he had ambitions of throwing that one down. And a look at that left hand reaching in there. That is the right call. Lee Cayenne at 182 centimeters, or about 5'11" and a half. 183 is 6 feet tall, according to my math. One of the shortest dunkers in the Plus League, but he can do it. It was kind of a delayed call, as Walker was making a move. Big Iverson crossover, and really hard hit by Chen Trunnan. Result in free throws. Yesterday, Randall Walco, a perfect 5 for 5 from the line. That's got to feel good. Today, 4 for 5. Not bad. Dreamers back up on top with under 7 to go. They will only be playing with Georgie B for now, but the Kings only have Michelle out there themselves. Getting into the inside and flipping it up close, but no. Dreamer chase it down as the Kings recover. Through pass. Zobo String didn't see his open teammate and will find a lane to score. Oh, excuse me, Zobo String is a different player. First time on the scoreboard. Zobo-Chen as that jump pass was almost going to be a dime. Another look. Well, it was an errant pass. That technically is an assist, as Zobo-Chen was established in the paint area. No matter how many fakes he takes in the FIBA scorebook, that is a rulebook assist as Shaoli planks it, but now the Kings get an offensive rebound. Got another try, and perfect. Might be the MVP of the preseason, the way the fans are cheering for him. Not impressive goal there. Missing the close one and almost accidentally tapped it in. Rejecting the screen, floating it up, and it was close. The cameraman will grab that one. Good hands. Another look in front of Randall Walco with a stumble after maybe a little contact. Walco was 196 with the longest arms in the league. Running for would have been a double screen. Color on top. It looks like a blocking foul. Ali trying to set up the offensive foul trap. And not that time. Oh, and they're calling it an and one too. And if they're going to count it as a foul, they don't really need to call it technical. Well, maybe they will. McCullough's at the line and nobody in the lane. I'm sure Jeremy minds too much as McCullough off to the left with the first one. So in fact, they don't call it an and one, they just call it a technical foul. I guess that would be a first for me in the Plus League preseason. Racing, keeping the dribble alive, and nice find as missed close to the basket, a little bit too much pressure. Kick on to Kai. The ball gets loose. Trying to get a shot off as McCullough flies through. Assist to Julian Boyd. The buzzer will ring as the Kings will elect to call a timeout. Nice scramble play by the Dreamers offense there. The offensive possession was kind of going sideways, but ball movement going. Double team a little bit in the wrong spot. Not everybody on a string, and Chris McCullough knows how to finish it. He now has 15 according to the stadium scoreboard. On the game, the leading assist getter is actually a three-way tie between Georgie B, Hayden, and Kenny Manigault. Now it's another assistant coach drawing up the play. That could be Chobokai, listed in last year's roster as one on the training staff. Oh, it's already been brought up again. Number 20 for the Kings is Chen 30-year-old. He has played in the SBL. Turnaround swish for Preston with fresh legs. Earlier we introduced Zhang Weixiang, who played in the SBL, then with the Ghost Hawks. A battle of Chris McCullough there. I got a hand on it. Hilton Hall is listed at 194 centimeters. That's pretty decent height for a wing player. Hayden floating it way short. Chance to run for the Kings as Hayden gets his gloves on at the pick. It feeds to McCullough to get the finger roll. Not a great turnover by the Kings. Some 40 feet from the basket. Shooting percentages have been pretty even as Boyd tries to jump that pass. I think that's Woo Sung-wei checking into the game. There you see the Wei team not using any crossover and making an easy steal for Hayden. The Wei team has a registered English name of Chen. We'll try that out. Tough jumper by Preston. Hilton Hall runs it down. Thought about it, but throws it right to the defender. Ding Quan Hall has that one out of bounds. And the Dreamers are pointing one way, the Kings are pointed the other way. Man, that's a rookie laying a steel trap on you, and that Ling Liren playing defense behind his back. That's pretty impressive. Time going left, pick again. And Xiao Li with the kind of a tackle foul there. He's trying to claim an incidental contact. He did have a number of unsportsmanlike fouls in the afternoon game. 2, in fact, in the fourth quarter by the Lioneers. Kind of sunk their chances in the game. They'll go to the monitor. It's one that could be upgraded. There you see Hayden just in the right spot. Well, maybe we can give credit to Xiaoli for all the work he's done in the weight room. He will be called for the unsportsmanlike.
国王队
Couple free throws and possession.
违反运动精神犯规。
He does have 5 personal, so that's one thing the veteran can look at the tape and make a correction for. Scorer's table is indicating a substitution. Is it that he fouled out? Doing some kind of dance, but on the Dreamer side of the scorer's table, I don't know what's up with that. According to the Plus League website, he has 5 personal. So good catch by the scorer's table. The technical foul for the flop plus the unsportsmanlike foul includes a disqualification, and technically he's got to retreat to the locker room. I don't know if they'll care too much with it being the preseason. Oh no, Byron Mullins cares a lot. Nope, he's got to go. But he sure is milking it. The Dreamers back on offense with a 5-point lead. Boyd catch and shoot from center, a perfect swish. Oh, Xiaoli, you just cost your team 5 points. 20 for Boyd on his night. I say that jokingly as Su Peikai almost got it on. Boy, trying to power through the entire Kings defense. Good to see his wrist is good to go. Hall reaching and reaching back. One of the rare players from Kainan Sangong. Boyd on the other hand. Long Island University, Brooklyn is his alma mater. Veteran, experienced import for the Dreamers. On the younger side of things, Su Peikai had a surprise 2-point pull-up. They're trying to go for the victory, a big basket. Stop the Dreamers' run. And recovering a smart switch. Ding Guanhao fouled on his way. No, it's a travel. One extra step. Looked pretty okay from here. Let's see that one again. Right, left. Right, left, right. Yeah, well. Maybe if you played in the league for 15 years. Wasn't exactly feeling like that. As Li Wei-Ting follows it up with a tray. Ball game's not over yet. Overton floating in the middle as the Dreamers pass it around. Waiting for 5 from 3. Too strong. Boyd with the board. And an extra 14 that the Dreamers can burn off the clock. Now, not quite the bounce, but Boyd will go to the line. Dreamers calling a timeout. Let their boys catch a breath. The Dreamers do have the free throw lead in the game, 16 for 24. It's only good for 67%. The Kings, 6 for 12. Like, we're gonna have a substitution get Usomwe in the game. Nicknamed All the Way.
Hey, when a screen's coming, make sure we talk so they know. Switch. I make these get one stop.
If we're thinking about the foul and free throw situation, should the Kings elect to start a fouling strategy, the players they have on the floor, Usomwe did not take any free throws. Hayden was a 60% free throw shooter. Dobotan only hit 10 of 24 for 42%. But crucially stepping up to the line is Julian Boyd. Last year with Boili Lee. An 82% free throw shooter. That was on 207 attempts. That's pretty good. Also was almost a 60% shooter from 2-point range. Boyd causes a turnover and King caught a little lackadaisical. Into the mid-range from behind. And it looks like this game will be ground to a victory by the Dreamers. Gilbeck drying off from the Viking exercise. Maybe a little bit more camera shy than Mullins. It's definitely imaginable that they might rotate Gilbeck a little bit more than they did last year. Midwest boy went to Western Illinois for college. Austin swishes a three, and maybe I spoke a little too soon. A two-possession game as Boyd slips. That's kind of unlucky with the foul there. Charity stripe. If you continue to watch Plus League basketball, the funny thing is Julian Boyd will actually warm up without wearing his game jersey, as he claims he sweats so much that he doesn't want it to be wet and heavy during the game. 25 points. Oh, the producer's kind of jinxing him now. First missed free throw, but his own board. Not a good job by the Kings. They do play tomorrow against the Steelers. They hosted these preseason, as you can see on the floor. They will beat the shot clock as the away team will load up a three-quarter court shot. 101-95 is the final. And the Dreamers emerge ahead of the preseason standings with a 2-win, a 0-loss record. They kind of started off in a shaky way, but ended up winning the first quarter and also winning the second quarter by 10. That was big. Jamie Perlman and the boys getting ready for their first season together. It looks all right. And Jeremy Lin's debut with the Kings in the preseason will be in the books. Perhaps we might see Joseph Lin tomorrow. See if they can get a better result. Stick around for the post-game player or coach interview, as day 2 is just about over after we finish this segment and our post-game wrap-up after a short commercial break. So the Dreamers, can't say have done a okay job, but they can improve a lot on the defensive end. They did allow 99 points to the Lioneers, including a 36-point first quarter. And then in this game, allowing 95 to the Kings, who are a pretty lethal offense, but they didn't have their guys really go full strength.
Hey, I'm doing great now that we got the win. You know, it was a tough one. We 2 days in a row we had to battle back, but it's always great when you come out with a win, so I'm feeling a lot better, man. I feel good. You know, it's hard to be out on the court and not give 100%. So whenever I see stuff, you making mistakes. But that one is a good block, but tripped over the cameraman, hit my wrist on the floor a little bit, a little stinger. But you know, I always got to be tough, come back in, finish the game. Hey, man, I got a lot this season. You know, I wasn't here last year. It's amazing to be back with this guys, this group of people, this organization. Everybody's great. It's where I wanted to be. So I feel at home. I feel alive, and I'm here to finish the job we should have did two years ago. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Good job, excuse me, to Cai Qingjing for conducting the interview with JB, Julian Boyd, one of the main contributors to the Dreamers in today's effort, including that diving play out of bounds. Get another look. The block, that's good, but then tripped into the cameraman and fell hard on his right wrist. And good for him that he can get up and recover so quickly. He is only 33 years young after all. The Dreamers, excuse me, come away with the W, spreading the wealth around. They had 4 players score in double digits. There are 3 imports, and throwing Randy Walco. Aiden Wu Jiajun had 9, and starting point guard Aji only took 5 shots, so was a lot more team offense oriented in this one. And I don't think the Kings feel too bad about the results of this one. All 13 players got on the floor. 11 of them scored. We do need to clean up some things. Certainly play a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, trying to break the opponent's tight D. We'll go to break before wrapping things up on day 2. Hope everyone gets home safely. The rain has begun to fall outside the stadium here at G04. It is called the Rainy Harbor for a reason. We're wrapping things up here inside the stadium. We're the 4th game of 6 of the Plus League preseason, co-hosted with the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers out of Market. The Dreamers take their 2nd game, 101-95. There's the combined team statistics: points, field goal shooting, 3-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers from top row to bottom row. I think one takeaway from the Dreamers' 2 games is, despite being the youngest import player, Georgie Bezanashvili is really good at the high post with creative handoffs. Even at 24 years old, maybe that's something Brandon Gilbeck can pick up a lot from. But he's also a import, really, whose game is still evolving at 26 years old. Last year's block leader and defensive player of the year. And on the Kings side, pretty clear that they weren't breaking out their whole playbook and spread out their minutes played. And we expect that from them tomorrow as well. The 3rd and last preseason game day. We'll start off with the Taipei Fubon Braves against the Taoyuan Fuyuan Pilots. And in the nightcap, the finale is the New Taipei Kings against the Kaohsiung 17 Live Steelers. It is a 4-day weekend, so we hope to see you guys in the arena, if not online. So on behalf of Xiao Hu on the left, Tai Jingjing on the right, I'm Ryan Chen, and on behalf of the 6 teams in the Plus League office, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.